Okay, we are live. Let me put into the chat. I'm writing. I feel like I'm one of those live people that are like waiting for people to come in. Hi, everybody. Let's see. Hold on. I'm fixing some stuff here. Hi, Christine. Yay, live again. See, I'm trying to aim for every Tuesday night for right now. That seems to be the best day for me and for most people. Hi. Okay, I'm doing this, trying to be efficient. Hi, how's everybody doing? Okay, hold on. There we go. Okay. Hi, Isabel. Hi, Christine. Yeah, I feel like, look at my makeup is like really smeared. She love it when people use the camera to do their makeup. How's everybody doing? We can do a little paranormal chat. Take a look into my crystal ball. Anybody hear the latest podcast episode yet? The one that aired. Actually, I accidentally aired it yesterday. In a way. I kind of wanted it to be, but nah. Actually, it was an accident. I wanted to play it off like I did it on purpose. But I was like, it's out. I could have took it down. I'm so glad you cut you live again. It's been a while. I know. How are you? So, anybody want to chat about interesting things? I have some things I want to talk about on my podcast. Paranormal chat. Is it possible to do a general love reading? I don't know about the trainer and my former lead. My readings are juicy tea sometimes. Let's talk podcast. Okay. What do you want? What do you want to know? Christine, we can do an intuitive reading. You mean general, like you just want me to tell you about love? Yeah, I think it's good. Let's get off the trainer. Absolutely. Also would be able to do both readings. You can, but you have to pay for each one because they're totally different. Hi, Angie. But yes, on she's being weird on me, so I don't know. I think it's best. We look at other options. I do think it's best. Time to move a little forward. You know what I mean? So, Talk podcast. Did you guys hear today? Did you hear yesterday's podcast? The latest podcast. If you haven't, and if you guys aren't aware, I have a podcast called The House Medium. I realized I wore these last time I was live. Okay, Adela, repetitive. Anyway, but this last episode was insane. It was insane. Got you, Christine. It was I have to say, it was the most intense one. I had to really clean my space for that one. So yeah. I'm putting you on the list, Christine. It was pretty insane. So if you haven't heard it, you should listen to it. Have you guys been enjoying it? Now, listen, I have been doing 2-hour podcasts because I originally wanted to guess, but some of these stories are getting so intense that I might make it where it's like, if it's one crazy story, then I'll just do one, and then I'll do like, the medium brew cafe and that type of thing, and do little paranormal gossip. And if they're both not so crazy, I can put them together, because I'm thinking, like, am I just overwhelming you guys with 2 hours? Um, you know, but there's so much like insane stories. This was Mora's story. And if you go and listen, the story before that was about a witch doctor and what happened to this woman and what this witch doctor did. The longer the better. Oh my God. Oh, really? Okay. I don't know. I don't know what people are feeling. I know that I used to feel when a podcast was long and I liked it, I was fine with it because I could save some for now and some for later. I swear I love this stuff. I can see. I can see. But and can relate to the paranormal. Yeah. I mean, that's awesome. I'm so glad. I like them. You get into them. Yeah. I just I don't want it to be unpractical where people are like, this is too long, but I just don't think that's happening. I feel like I just kind of go with what's happening. And if there's two good stories that go together, I got to put them together. I think I'm getting better if it's too long of ones, then I'll cut my chitty chat down. But the witch doctor one was insane. And this one um, of this girl and her childhood, Mora's childhood, was also insane. I need 2 drinks. So, what do you guys think? Also, I wanted to tell you guys I did a seance in the Wolves Bar, which is located in the Alexandria Hotel, which, if you look it up, that Alexandria Hotel in LA is supposed to be very haunted. I was like, why does it look weird? Okay. Um, and it was really cool. And people didn't people won a lottery to come to the seance. Like, they won like free tickets. They did like a raffle, and it was a cutoff of 20. And so they wanted me to allow more, and I was like, I didn't want to allow more. Anyway, when I did it, I don't think these people knew. I think they thought this was going to be like showy and cool and this and this. And I'm like, no, I'm doing a real seance. This is a real deal. And so, yeah, we did. I let the people in the space, the spirits, people, meaning people are talking about spirits that were in the space. I let them be there, and I talked to them, and things kind of happened. People were feeling things were touching them. The lights did flicker, things like this. Have you considered doing or have done a seance in nature? Ooh, Christine. I've been curious about that, but in the desert. But yeah, I would, but I would rather do it in the forest. I hate the desert. I hate the desert. You have to remember, where do you live? I live in LA, where it's dry and hot, and the last place I want to be is in the desert. But I would like to do it in a forest, and I haven't, and I would. Oh, the skinwalker, yeah. You got to be careful. A lot of that is questionable. I would never do a seance with a skinwalker. Never. I do real seances. Let me be clear. I talk to real people, and when I do them, the people are surprised because I talk to their family. Like the girl right off the bat, it was a woman talking, and it was her mom. And so yeah, but you got to be careful. A lot of the skinwalker stuff. Like, see, the thing is, people like the fantasy version. Got you, Lorena. People like the fantasy version, but that's not how it really works. Like, people like the sensationalism of something like this happening, but you live in the city of San Francisco. Okay. Yeah, I would rather do it in a place like Marin or the redwoods up there. Um, not in the desert. I can't stand the desert. My eyeshadow's bothering me. Like, girl, what were you doing with this eyeshadow? I was hurrying up to get here. Yeah, and so when I do seances, it's like for real. And I'm really talking to real people. And so the girl that I did, the first person I talked to, and I said, I see this woman talking to you. I got the month that she died, the month of her birthday. It was her mom, you know, and then I could see, energies in the space and everything. But I have to tell you, people who always say they want stuff to happen, as soon as stuff really happens, they're the first to freak out. And I did see a man standing there looking at me, which was really trippy. Like, I don't normally, I usually see it like telepathically, but I saw like a apparition popped up, just like in the movies, like, shoo, and then he left, and he was just kind of like, who are you? Like, what are you doing? So I do stuff for real. You got to be leery of the skinwalker thing. No, no, no diss to the skinwalker people, but got you, Lorena. But it's questionable at best on how real that stuff is. Just be careful. Just be careful on that. All right. Um, you live in the city of San Francisco, Christine? Oh, wow. You can do a seance right in the city of San Francisco, and I'm sure that would be very interesting. All right, Christine, let's get to you. Now, I'm doing your reading first. You want to know about love, right? I know. Oh my God, that's why I don't want to do it. See? You could just go down, by the fisherman's wharf, just have a seat by the water. But no, seriously, you should go to the forest there. You should go to the redwoods in Marin or something like that. Um, you're Northern California. I'm Southern California. All the Northern California people hate Southern California people, but we like you. Um, I'll leave that to the experts. And I just watch. I know. Yeah, it gets interesting. It's way more intense than people usually anticipate. Okay, Christine. So we want to look and see what's up, right? We want to kind of get into your love life and kind of get down into guiding you with your love life. And maybe like time to kind of move away from the trainer. Yes, I have no love life. It doesn't exist. Even though you're living in one of the most metropolitan cities in the world. Okay, just saying. All right, let me take a look. Let me take a look and see. So this is what I feel, Christine. I feel like what you tend to do is you tend to go for unattainable people, obviously, because you're going for the trainer. But it's not just the fact that you're going for the trainer that's not being responsive, but it's almost like you don't allow yourself to go for people who actually could be caring and, attentive. It's like I have this weird feeling that you have this mixed bag where you like you want someone in your life, but you hi, they just came into, is it too late for reading? No Hello Kitty. If you, I pinned the prices, the donation prices on the top, and in the description, there's Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App to jump on. I feel like what's really interesting is that I feel you tend to kind of go for people you think are interesting. It's like you have this mixed thing where you like being alone, you like doing your own thing, you like not being bothered. Like all of that is very appealing. But you want to be with someone. So I kind of almost feel like you like people who are not very demanding. You don't feel it's going to pull on your energy. So I think you're thinking that you're going for kind of alpha type of energies. People are very independent, very like do my own thing, kind of in that light. But I feel like what you actually end up doing is you go for people who are just not available. So you have to decide if you really want someone in your life, because if you really want someone in your life for real, then you're gonna change the way I scared my own self, you guys. I was like rocking my chair and I was like, this is California. Christine Willis, I was like, so bad. So bad. Come on, Dale, get it together. It's that edible that it's messing with me. Woo, woo. Okay. CGS, was that Hello Kitty? Did you send something in? Is that CGS or no? Or is that an old one? Let me know. Okay. Hi Lolita. So yeah, I feel like that's what I thought. That's an old one. Okay, thank you, dear. Thank you. Thank you, love. I love it when people call me love. That's so sweet. Okay, so that's what I feel like. I feel like that's what's happening. Hi, Lolita. I feel like you're going for people who you can't really obtain, people, because I think you're in a dilemma of, do you really want to be with someone or do you want to be alone? I know you're probably like, Adele, I really want to be with someone. But I feel like there's a part of you that kind of treasures your own space and treasures your own way of doing things. So it's been hard for you to really let go. So believe it or not, you're going for these people who are going to it's almost like you draw it to you. You know what I mean? Like you go for the people who don't really have a connection with you and you don't really have a connection to. So you kind of draw exactly that. You know what I mean? So I definitely feel like what's happening is it's time to kind of take a look at that. Like you can be with somebody who can give you the space and not clog up your life, you know what I mean? And not pull on you. Somebody who can like be in your life, be there for you, but not need you, because I feel like in the past you've been with people who need you. I see you. You're like, you have shorts on right now. You wearing shorts? I'm remote viewing her. And you're looking at it, you're going, yep. No, I'm just kidding. But I think you know what I'm saying. I know you know what I'm saying because I feel like this is your MO. I feel like this is your MO, and I feel like that's what's happening. It's causing problems. Talk to me, Christine. First of all, I just feel like I saw her like sitting. Oh, I got you, Gwen. I got you, Gwen. So what do you think? Because I definitely feel like that's what's happening. It's not easy connecting with people. I'd like something deep. I only had 2 experiences like that in my life. That's my main thing. I know you want something deep, but I'm telling you, there's a part of you that in the past, when you had something deep, that person kind of sucked up all of your life and all of your time and all of your energy. So you definitely have a fear of that. Do you see what I mean? Like, you definitely have a fear of, like, are is this person going to, like, start interfering? That would be the lead. That would be the lead. The person would suck up your time and your energy. I'm saying, like, you have to kind of that dented me hard. Yeah. Well, the thing is, you you have to oh, the lead. I remember now. Okay, the lead, the main person that you're focused on. Okay. Yeah. But see, you got to realize that this is a time, you're in a different place now where you can be with somebody who is, not going to take up all of your energy, isn't going to, like, suck all your energy dry, and can be there for you. The lead wasn't able to be there for you. The lead just took. I have you, Sarah. You see what I mean? So this is what I'm saying for you, you need to do. You need to start coming to a place where you get attracted. I know what you're saying. When you get into someone, you're kind of more like, "Oh, I really want to be with this person," and you feel like you have to go deep into the depths of, like, this person's, like, brooding and telling you their problems, and you guys are, connecting and da da da. But really, that person is just sucking all of your energy dry. They're just needing on you. They're just pulling all of everything from you. It's misleading, I promise. You think I'll have love coming, I'm working on it. What I believe in, because I don't believe that the future is preordained. You see what I mean? Um, oh, did I miss Angie? Okay, I got you, Angie. I don't feel like the future is preordained. I feel like the future is something that we make decisions. Oh my God, the neediness. No, that's like trauma bonding, and that's no more, no more. Right. So, what I'm saying to you is that this is the time where you have to kind of come from a place of saying, okay, I can be with somebody who's strong and who can be there. I don't need to be with someone who is sucking all my energy. And just because you're having all these brooding emo conversations does not mean you're actually connecting with someone. It really is somebody who doesn't really have a lot. So I just think you have to really look at who you tend to be attracted to. And that is how you pull love to you. You have to go through the pain. You have to go through looking at yourself and seeing, what did you do? And what haven't you healed? Because otherwise you keep getting attracted to the wrong person. So that's where I feel like you're at right now. So you're right on the verge, because if you jump into anyone right now, it's probably going to be through unresolved pain, and it won't be as good. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Absolutely, I'm working on. Don't worry. And by the way, everybody, you don't have to work on these things. You just have to be awake to it. You just have to be aware of it, awake to it. You don't have to work on it. Just be awake to it. And when you're awake to it, you'll notice it, and you'll start to shift the way you're approaching things. Whenever I hear people say, I have to work on it, I have to work on it. Who wants to work on things? That just sounds terrible. But you have to be awake to it, and then you have to be aware of it so you can notice when it's happening. Okay, Lorena. Um, Thank you, everyone. I'm doing some readings. I got people signed up. Lorena is doing an intuitive reading first, and then a medium reading second. Which one do you want to do first? I just wrote both down. Let's do the intuitive reading first, because we get the, like, less heavy stuff out, and then we can go into the deeper. Reminding you guys, I'm so glad, Christine, reminding you guys to let me know what pronoun you'd like me to call you. So when it's your turn, just write in your question. Let me know, which pronoun you want me to refer you as, and then I'll jump in. You guys have plans for the Halloween time? If is anybody here in the LA area, because I am doing an in-person class, which everyone asked me to do because I hadn't done one in a long time. This Friday, the 13th in West Hollywood. I'm trying to like mess with the curls. Look at, I made my curls come out. I really, really ringlet my curls, and I forgot how ringlet they can get. I'm kind of proud of that. Okay. Did you go away? Lorena, is anybody here? Is this mic on? Anybody here? Anybody here? You guys are still here, right? Am I talking to myself? Oh, okay. Hi, T for darkness. I'm Lorena. My middle name is Isabel. Hopefully there's no confusion. Okay, we're here. We're here. Okay. Okay, you're Lorena. Okay, Isabel, let's do your intuitive reading first. What can I help you with first? What do you want me to look for? On the intuitive tip. Yes, I was going into some spooky bars in LA for Halloween. You're in LA and you're not coming to my class, Isabel? What? Go to Wolves downtown LA. You could go to the Wolves in downtown LA. It's not spooky, but it's no, it's known to be um haunted. That's where I did my seance. It's really kind of fancy though. Isabel, why aren't you going to my in-person class if you're here in LA? God damn it. Okay, what's your question while you think about that? As I put her on the spot. Okay, Angie. Angie, I got you again. I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm just, I'm working out the math is not mathing, Isabel. Because I know some of you I just want to know if there was any possibility of a future. Yeah, well, it's this Friday. It's on my website. This class is opening your third eye, cleansing. It will be very intimate, like meaning it's not going to be a million people. And it's a lot of these people I've known a while. And it will be, I'll cleanse you. It's going to be candle lit in this beautiful dance studio. All you have to do is bring your own mat, your own blanket, and I will lift you, cleanse you off, and take you to that realm. I'm telling you, people used to get addicted to this when I used to do these. I did this for years. I just want to know if there was any possibility of a future with this person, the person you're with right now. Oh, I wish it's in the air. Yeah. This class, people love it because this is where I really lift you, cleanse you. I didn't know you were having a class. Do you follow me on Instagram? Where do I need to post things more? I post them everywhere. I post them on Instagram. I talk about it on my podcast. What am I doing wrong? You guys are, I'm sure, younger than me. Tell me, because I need to know. Help me out. Yes, and I posted on my Patreon. If you're on my Patreon, I've posted a million places as I can think of. Okay, Isabel, I'm going to look into the person. Yeah, go to my website, AdelaLavine.com. If you're in the LA area, everybody, I definitely need to. Yeah, I cleanse everybody. It's not just you. It's just you can't be everywhere at once. No. I know. That's why I try to keep it local really to Instagram and my podcast. To be honest, that's where I mostly post. An old connection. Okay. Yeah, I cleanse, just so everyone knows, I cleanse you off. We go on a journey. I lift you up. We kind of visit, able to kind of, it's like a meditative journey, and it's a cleansing and opening up the third eye, and people come back and, we kind of come down from it, and then we all share. Hi, Lisa. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you. So this is going to be in West Hollywood at 5:45 to 7:30, and then when you sign up, all the address and all the information will be sent to you. All right, I got that one out of the way. Old flame. Let's take a look at the old flame. I'm calling it an old flame. Mhm. Oh, are you sure this is an old flame, Isabel? Because the person I see, you guys kind of had quite of entanglement. It kind of looks like you guys definitely were very much involved. Kind of like when you guys were together, there was a strong connection. Almost felt very palpable, like very like just majorly strong. So I definitely feel like they are thinking, well, they're not thinking about you like trying to get back together, but if you were to reach out or you were to make a move in, so to speak, they would definitely be interested, you know? So I definitely feel like they're open to it. I will say that there's like a passion there. There kind of seems like a passion. I would like to let up a private reading. You read my sister prior. Yes, you can go to AdelaLavine.com and you can set up a private reading. I'm going to find someone to drive me down there for a class. You have no idea how many accidents I almost caused the last time I was there. Are you coming to this class? I'm getting distracted. Isabel, does that make sense? Are you, because it's kind of interesting to me because I feel like there's a lot of passion and you do not get into accidents. Yes, never felt another connection like, yeah, yeah. And this, you want to throw me the pronoun because I feel this is a masculine energy. And so I'm going with he for right now, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. Um, he, him is what I'm going with. And I feel like there's a very strong connection with this person. I definitely feel like you got to let them know though. You got to kind of throw them a little bit of a bone. You got to kind of let them know you're into them because I definitely see it. What happened? Did you guys just stop talking to each other or what went down? Because um kind of feels like it kind of feels like this was like one of those things cut short too soon, and I definitely see them interested if but they're not going to make the first move. So do you have any questions on that? This seems pretty cut and dry, honestly. Yes, he, him. Okay. It feels pretty cut dry. I don't really see anything complicated about this, to be honest. It just looks like you guys kind of like had this powerful connection and then it just kind of petered out or went separate ways or something. In the sense of like almost like maybe you guys weren't thinking it would be this serious, but I feel like he's you need to reach out. So let me know what you think. Are you coming? I've always put my feelings out there with him, but he never reciprocated really. How what makes you he's in another connection now? I knew you were gonna say that because I had this weird feeling that it would be like interfering. However, what have you done to put your feelings out? Because my feeling is that when you do it, it's very light, like you're not really making it obvious or clear. I feel like he had those emotions for you. What made you guys dissipate? Like what separated you two? What made it stop? Like cuz it seems premature. It definitely feels like unfinished business. Yeah. But what made it stop in the first place? Because feels um abrupt. That's the best way I could describe it. I'm not saying you should, I've always been the one to reach out, so I stopped. Okay, yeah. I know, but you're still not saying what originally made this stop. You see what I mean? I don't feel like obviously you don't wanna break up a relationship or interfere with the relationship. If you get wind that he is no longer in something, then I would, but obviously you don't wanna be that person. So, I don't think that's a good time while he's involved with someone, especially for you. It's not good and it's not fair to the person he's with. So, I would just, note that. I would check in from time to time, but I've always confessed my feelings to him multiple times. Hmm. Like you told him you have feelings, and then he's just like, I don't have feelings for you. Sorry, get out of here. Bye. Scram. Like that. Like you're like, I really have feelings for you and I feel like we should be together. And then he's like, not me. Bye. Is that what you're saying? I want to know it because I just, in my experience, people are never clear. They're never as clear as they think they're being. That's what I've learned. Just young and dumb, I guess. I felt like in, he wasn't putting any difference. So I decided, see, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. In my experience, especially ladies tend to like go, hi, how was your day? And then the person's like, oh, I really missed you. Let's say you say that. And they're like, oh, hey, cool. Yeah. It'd be cool to talk to you. And then you're like, that's it. Doesn't like me. I'm out. And I just feel like there's always a miscommunication. And I'm the first when I do readings to tell you, oh no, you're imagining it. This person is not into you. Oh no, this person's not interested. I will be honest and I just don't see that. And I just feel like there's a miscommunication going on. You got to understand if you're dating cis men, and that's my only experience in reading. Um, in it, I would say this applies more to cis men. They need you to be crystal clear about your intentions. If you're not, and especially young men, they don't know what's going on. They don't know. Women always assume that they do, and you're always usually wrong. So that's what I have to say about that. So I hope that helped. We can move on to the medium reading, and you can let me know who you would like me to connect you to. Who would you like me to connect you to? And you can like respond if you want, you know, to respond. And Angie, are you saying that you're coming to my class? Because I didn't see you sign up. And don't get into accidents. LA, man, it can be rough driving. I understand. I've No, I won't be able to make it. Oh, bummer. Okay, that's okay. I'll be doing more. Whenever I would confess my feelings, he wouldn't say he didn't feel the same way back. Though I wish he would have for the closure piece of mind. He wouldn't say yeah, he wouldn't say. And you clearly said, just for the record, just to be clear, you clearly said, I am in love with you. I love you. I'm attracted to you. I want to be with you. Thanks, Adela, my grandpa on my mom's side. Okay. Just for the record, think on this. You clearly said, you are the man for me. Just for the record. I just want to make sure. Also, also I wanted to tell people before I go into her medium reading, and I didn't want to interrupt Isabel's reading. Aw, Angie. Thank you. I worked that night before. What does the night before have to do with it? This is until 5:45 at night. Is that mean you're working the night shift? Is that what you're saying? Well, the class is until 5:45. Just saying. Also, I am doing an online class. I live in Modesto. Oh, snap. Okay, never mind. I understand. I understand. Um, I am doing an online class on aliens, by the way. Yes, exactly. I'm doing an online class. We are going to learn how ETs communicate, how they connect, and then we're going to do a group. We're also going to do some meditations on connecting to those energies. I did one on higher beings, and I know people really wanted to know about aliens, and already in my plans. Awesome. So I'm like, let's just go for it all the way. Let's just go. People, we did deities, we did angels, but I know people really want this one because I've been asked to do it a lot of times. So I'm going for it. Okay, let's go. Isabel. Now that I think of it, I guess maybe not in those words, though. I'd love to, but of course, don't want to interfere with this relationship. Yeah. If you say to someone, I really like you, let me guess what Isabel did. Isabel did, I really like you. I really think you're cool. I really like everything about you. Um, I think you're attractive or something. But I don't think you said, I'm really into you. I really would want to, pursue something with you. I just feel like you guys were kind of having this intense moment, romantically, physically, and everything was jiving. And you were like, yeah, I like you, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, I like you too. And he didn't know you wanted more serious, something more serious. That's just my read on it. All right, let's get to grandpa on your mom's side. And you guys, before anybody have any questions before I go into Isabel's reading? Any questions you have about the readings in here? Any other stuff that I'm doing before I go into her medium reading? Any questions? So I don't want you to feel like you can't speak because I'm reading someone. So go ahead and ask me any questions you might have now. No, no questions. Okay, all right. Well, if you do, pop them in right now. Let's do medium reading. I'm going to talk to Isabel, grandpa on your mom's side. And let me know, Isabel, if I've talked to your grandfather before or not. All right. The first thing I hear is that I'm so happy. Hello. He's saying hello. He has a pretty calm energy about his passing, but he does say that it was kind of a difficult road that where he, to get where he is, meaning he actually didn't it kind of the leading up to his passing was difficult. He said that his health was on a very bumpy road. The reason why I'm kind of pausing is because I'm trying to understand what he's saying, because what he's saying is that he didn't want to go. He wanted to try and stay. He wanted to fight it and get better. But it's like when somebody just kind of is kind of stubborn and they don't really listen to what people are telling them what they need to do. He said that he kind of just wanted to do things his own way. It's not that he didn't want to live. No, it would be the first time. It's not that I think the chat's kind of delayed. It's not that he didn't want to live. He did want to live, but he didn't want to do all the doctor stuff and the medicine stuff. He didn't like any of those things. So it was kind of rough. Like he's talking about his health really giving him a hard time, like leading up to his passing. That part was difficult because he didn't listen to the advice that was given him or the instructions that were given to him to what he needed to do. He keeps kind of pounding on his chest and saying, this area got very tight. This very area started to hurt. But I feel like his thoughts aren't really there. Like he had a hard time putting his thoughts together. That's how he was when he was here. He did believe in Was he superstitious or something? Because he keeps talking about he did believe in the afterlife, he did believe in spirits, but he kinda had almost like a fear to it or a superstition to it. When he was alive, he didn't realize it was, this easily. For a minute, he did better, so we were hopeful, but his health declined. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like he hated doctors. He was very okay, he hated doctors. That's what he was saying to me. He was like, I do not want to go to the doctor. I am not interested in going. I, you know, he kind of believed in like, you know how some people have a truck and they go, I'm going to drive this car all the way into the ground. That was him, and then some people are like, "I'll just bandage it up, when I need to, but if I take it to a mechanic, they'll take it apart and they'll probably make it worse." Oh my god, Adela, he had a heart attack. Yeah. See? He's talking clear. People think I don't do this shit for real. That's what I was telling you guys. Yeah, so he's saying, like, you don't need to worry. He really likes it here. He says he's a young, handsome man again. I almost want to tear up after the pounding on the chest. Yeah. He's saying not to feel bad for him. He was the type that believed live viva la loca. What does that mean? Viva la loca? Live your life, Live your life. Live your life to the fullest. Live. Um, eat the chocolate cake, and I'm trying to tell him like people have to like be healthy, and he's like, yes, be healthy, but live, and he's telling you, live, Isabel. Don't wait to live. And he says, he didn't take as good care of himself as he wished he did, but he, was from a different time and a different place. He liked food, he liked I think he liked to drink, smoke when he was younger. Anyway, he liked to do all the things. He didn't want to live his life like in a box, restricted. And he's like, what's the point in that if you can't live life? So, this is his advice to everyone: live your life. This is so, everyone listening, this is what he's saying. He was a handsome man. I can see that. I think he liked the ladies quite a bit. So he's saying that he's young again and all of that. My crazy life. Yeah, he says, live your life. Be happy. He says, do it your way. He definitely embraces that. So you don't need to worry about him. He's not upset about he goes, who wants to hang around an old man? Who wants to hang around an old sick man? He doesn't care about that. Live life. Okay? That was awesome. I know. I feel inspired. Does everyone else feel inspired? Okay, Gwen is going to be up next while Gwen is getting ready, and I think Gwen is somebody else on here. Yes, he did, and he was a chef. Oh, you want to know what's funny is Isabel, because he was talking about food a lot. Oh, if he was a chef, he drank, he smoked, because all the chefs did. And he was like, eat the chocolate cake, eat the food you want to eat, enjoy life. This is what her grandfather was saying. Like, why are people living this way? Who wants to, and I said, well, you have to be healthy. And chef's life is rough. It's a rough life. Like, you work yourself into the ground. But he's like, balance. Okay, hello, Kitty. It's me. I would like to connect with my mom. She's been in my dreams. I feel like she's trying to tell me something. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna call. Do you want me to call you Miss Kitty or Gwen? But anyway, before I start with Miss Kitty, with Hello Kitty, does anybody have any questions or anything? Gwen is fine. Okay. Any questions or anything or any comments? And Isabel, I wanted to say, I know her chat's a little bit delayed, but that was cool, right? I mean, he's making me feel good. Are you still taking donations for readings? Yes, Michaela. Is it Michaela or Mika or Wait, were you on my podcast and I'm saying your name wrong again? Mc I'm doing it again. I'm doing it again. Is it Michaela? Or did I want to call you Michaela? I think I wanted to rename her Michaela. You said it right. Yes, I wanted to she was on my podcast. See, you guys need to write in your stories. Michaela came on. I recognized her name. Yes, I'm still taking donations. Thank you so much, Adela. That put a smile on my face. I'm so happy. I'm so glad, Isabel. And he made me feel better. Some days you have like, today was kind of like eh, it's okay day type of thing. And I was like, I don't know, we'll see type of vibe. And here it came, and I hope you and lifted me. So I hope I see you, Isabella. I hope you, Isabella. I'm calling her Isabella. Isabel, I hope you come to my class. My class, to remind everybody who's coming in late, I'm having a class live and in person IRL in West Hollywood on October Friday the 13th, 5:45 to 7:30. Cleansing, opening the third eye, journeying, and being in a cool spot. So I hope I can see you guys there. Okay, I got you, Michaela. I keep wanting to name her Michaela. Okay, Gwen. Let's do Gwen. And I'm also doing an online class on aliens, ETs, communicating with them. All right, let's get to Miss Gwen. And let's talk to your mom. Did I talk to your mom before? You said it right. I love that so much. I know. I love it too. This is why I love the spirit world, because they're my friends. When I did the seance the other night, I was like, "Oh, they're my friends are here." For like, what? Okay, I have. Okay, then I won't bother her with how she passed. I'm just gonna dive in and talk to her. See why you're dreaming about her. Okay. So the first thing I hear from her, she's being very sweet. Gwen, she's like, "Oh, you're doing so good, Chick." She's trying to help me along, and she's being complimentary to me. Um, and she's being very caring. So, hold on. Okay, sorry. I just felt like something, so I was kind of like, "What is that?" She's saying that you've kind of been taking a beating in life, like life's been rough, that you've been kind of going through it, and that most of the time, everyone, when the spirits are coming to you in dreams and stuff, they are coming to help you. And she's saying that you've been having a difficult time. Yes, you have. And she goes, she's been just wanting to let you know that she's still your mother. She still loves you. She says something about like you may need to leave your job. It something like this is not the right place for you. These are not the right people. So, not to feel nervous about looking for something else. It's definitely like a move you have to move out of, because she's saying that um I don't know, I'm seeing this, like, I don't know if you work in an office, but I'm seeing this place, and she's saying, she's working too hard, she's working too long, she's taking care of everyone, she's doing everything. She's like, "Oh, so true." Yeah. Yeah, so she's saying that it's been like too much and everybody has been taking advantage. And so she says this is why she's been trying to talk to you. And this is what people need to understand. When that realm is trying to get your attention, they're trying to get your attention to help you. Everyone thinks they're trying to get your attention because there's something they need, or they're lost or something, but they're usually coming to you because they're trying to help you. So she's been trying to get your attention because she's like, you've been needing help from her and that you've been going through a rough time. So she's saying that you need to kind of consider. moving on from that where you are and doing something else. That's what it's been about. Yeah, and she says that people have been taking advantage, and she says if you start looking now, then by spring you'll be able to be in a new place. She says you won't be able to before the holidays, November, December, January. Do you work in an office or something? Why do I keep seeing like this office space and you look alone? Or I don't know if that's literal or she's trying to show me like you're just kind of working the midnight hours, you know what I mean? Like just grinding it out. Um, I don't know. She's basically, indeed miss her so much. I work from home. Okay, you work from home. Yeah, that's why I said I didn't know because I saw you like alone. Maybe that's why you're alone because there's nobody there. She isn't pushing you to work in around people, but she is saying the working from home is getting to you, especially with the job you have. So she's saying that she sees you kind of having a slight hybrid. This is what she's pushing for. Like you work from home, but you do have to go check in with some people now and again. So she says, you need to know that she's your mother and she's in your life and she's interfering in your life and she's trying to tell you things to do, trying to guide you, trying to help you. She hasn't stopped. You think she's disappeared. She has not. And hold on, she's talking about, she's calling you chicken or chiki or chica, something like that. Because I just felt like I saw a little chick and she's holding it like you're her baby. So I hope that made sense. Does anybody have any comments or questions? And while got it. Oh my goodness. Why are you saying oh my goodness? Tell me, tell me, tell me. While Gwen's getting ready to tell me why she's saying oh my goodness, Sarah, you can go ahead and set up your reading. You're doing an intuitive reading, and so you can let me know what question you have and what pronouns you like me to refer you as to. Don't forget to let me know that. Anybody have any other comments or questions or anything? I'm doing readings here, donations. Of course, I do readings, private readings. You can look at all that on AdelaLavine.com. And I'm doing an in-person class. I'm plugging that class. And I'm doing an online class. Anybody interested? Indeed made a lot of sense. She used to call me chickadee. What? You better show somebody this. You better take this seriously. Your mom is on it. She's on it. See? One thing I've been doing lately in that realm is pushing me really hard to do it. It's just trusting it as soon as it comes to me. I'm no longer, I usually sometimes kind of hold back a little bit. Like I want to make sure everyone's happy so much that I don't just trust what I'm hearing very fast. And I could hear it loud. So you need to know your mom is in your life. So she came through. Do you believe now? And does anybody have any comments on that one? I'm getting a little nervous, but I love to get a reading on my current long term. Hello, Sarah. Long term relationship. I'm feeling it's time to end, but I'm also not sure if it's the right decision. Okay. I surely will. That's indeed the advice she would give me here on earth. Thank you so much. You welcome. Okay. Don't worry. This is Sarah, right? I'm not going to go, Sarah, I'm not the type to go like, that's it. Turn the lights off. You guys are done. We don't work. Um, I don't work that way, and humans don't work that way. Like we take a minute to, um, you know, kind of move out of something. Our hearts don't just turn off and on like that. Before I get into Sarah's, does anybody have any questions? Because I know everyone's being respectful and kind while I'm reading. Any questions about the readings? Haha, it's hard for me to be a vulnerable person. I thank you though. Okay, I understand. I relate. I understand being vulnerable is kind of sucky, but definitely necessary. Any questions about anything about the podcast, about readings, about um, this, what I'm doing here, or just a general question? I just want to pause for questions because I know I'm going fast with the readings before I get into before I settle into Sarah's readings. Does anybody have any questions or comments? Even comments? I mean, aren't the spirits bringing it? I think so. All right. Well, I'll get it. If you don't, then I'll just get into it. I'll just get into it then. Okay. Well, let's get into Sarah. Okay. Now the person that I see, the spirits is on fire tonight. LOL. Yes. They are on fire and I'm a little bit on fire too cuz I'm also trusting thing. I'm just going for it where I usually in a sense hold back a little bit. So together we're making a good team. Do you offer individual cleansings? I do, Isabel. If you message me, I can talk to you about it. Email me at AdelaLavine.com. Sorry, AdelaLavine at Gmail. Email me at AdelaLavine Gmail. The spirits have more to say than I do. Okay. All right. And we can talk about it, Isabel. Okay. Um, this is my feeling, Sarah. When I see this person, I do see a masculine energy. So you can let me know if the pronoun is he, him. That's what I'm seeing. I feel like he's just not paying attention. Like it's like he's completely checked out. Yes, he, him. Okay. He's completely checked out. He's just decided, I'm not here. I'm not like really part of this situation anymore. And I think that's the painful part. He doesn't seem to be present in this relationship. Um so yeah, he's completely like removed himself from everything. And it's not that he doesn't care about you or have love for you. Um it's but the in love part I don't see coming from him. And when I see you two, he's kind of like, I want to say, like, you're trying to grow, you're trying to evolve, you're trying to, find new things and get involved in new things and expand your world. And he's not. He's kind of like, I want to say, like, he's kind of like just sitting in the same spot, not wanting to go anywhere, not wanting to grow, not wanting to change. So I just don't. Yes, exactly. I'm trying to grow. That's what it was definitely. But he's saying he's changed when I tell him I want to be done. He's begging. Oh my God, Sarah. I am so mad. See, I just lied to you guys. I said I didn't lie, but I didn't do what I said I was going to do. I saw him kneeling in front of you and I was going to say it and I didn't say it. See, this is why I'm always exercising, trusting what I'm seeing. Yeah, he looks like he's begging. He also looks like he's also not on the same wavelength or energy as you. So when he's begging you, he doesn't even know what he wants. He just doesn't want to be alone. There's nothing he really has to offer. Yes, and it feels insecure or a trauma bind. Right. He really has nothing to offer in this relationship. He only wants to lean on you. It's kind of like dealing with a little boy. So I feel like it's not healthy. It's really just not healthy, especially for you. I mean, he gets a little bit more out of it than you do. So yeah, I just don't see it. I feel like if you were to stay in the situation, yes, we have a daughter. I feel so bad for him. He's got a lot of trauma. It's hard for him to leave. Yeah, the thing is that let me tell you something. I'm going to be straight up, okay? You mind? It's nothing terrible or anything crazy. But if you you're in two paths, and if you stay on this path and you don't let go of him, he's the type that as soon as someone comes along and tells him, I can take care of you, she doesn't understand you, I do, he will do that. You see what I mean? Like, he is like a candle that blows in the wind. When somebody doesn't know who they are and they don't know who what they're really made up. He left me for someone in the past. That's what I'm saying. When people don't know who they are and they are only seeing themselves through someone else's eyes, and they only know how to be valuable and be a whole person through or with someone else, as soon as they're not getting their fix, Adela, would I be able to pay for another reading? Yes, Isabel, sure. As soon as that happens, then they will, as soon as when they can't get to their fix, right? They can't get to the person who is holding them up, who's, keeping them in that space. Then they will go look for somebody else. So, when like let's say you guys stay together and you're like, "Okay, that's fine. I'll stay with you. Hey TB, hey Tanaya." And you're like, "Okay, I'll be with you." Are you wait, Tanaya, I have a question to ask you after this reading. And you're like, "Okay, I'll be with you," and everything like this, right? All of a sudden, as soon as he meets somebody who's like, oh, I don't know, your wife doesn't understand you, your woman doesn't understand you, whatever, I do, I'll give you all the things you need, I'll be here to provide everything you need, he will go. He's a candle that blows in the wind. He will go to that person. And then he'll say, I don't know, I was confused. And, I felt like you didn't love me and you don't like me. And this person thinks I'm great. So he just is a person who isn't loyal, but more importantly, he just isn't strong and isn't sure of himself. So it's either going to happen now or later, and later will be a little messier. Like somebody's looking at me, like I feel like a spirit's looking at me. That's something I need to hear. Thank you. You welcome. Okay. So what I feel like is these things kind of take time. I got you, Tanaya. These things kind of take time. Like you can't just like right off the bat um go, okay, that's it. I'm out. I understand that. Yes, I'm trying to get out but don't know how. So what I feel like you do is the more you withhold giving him all of the help and mothering, because you're mothering him, that he needs, and you just little by little kind of stop doing that, he will start to show his true colors and it will become very clear and he will easily go. You see what I mean? The more you start to not give him what he needs, he'll get upset with you. He won't be coming home on time. He'll be out late. You'll start to see the signs will show and you'll say, "Oh, okay, so you weren't really changing. You weren't really trying to be in this." And you'll be like, "You got to go." And he'll be like, "Fine, I want to go." And he'll go. Okay? All right. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hopefully that helped. And we'll go on to Angie. And Angie, we're going to start with your intuitive reading. So you can go ahead and write that out before we do Angie. Tanaya, I know you're coming to my class because you have only been coming to all my other things online. You have come to a few of my readings in person, and now you have a chance to come back to one of my classes in person. I know you're not going to tell me you're not coming to my class. I'm like pressuring her. Totally wrong of me. But I've known her for a while. That's TB. I attended 3 class. I'm talking about in person. Angie Patai, yes, relationship husband. Gotcha. I'm talking about in person, Tanaya. I haven't done an in-person class in 4 years. You realize this? She lives in LA. I know she lives in LA, and I'm expecting to in person. But it's been 4 years since I've done an in-person class that everybody kept asking me, when are you doing an in-person? When, like hounding me to do an in-person class. Just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I just got like this vision of getting tips of red. Should I get red? Tips of red? Can I get temporary tips of red? Because I'm not really that, I'm too fickle. I'll get tired of it. Okay. Angie, relationship husband. Okay, anybody have any questions before I'll get off of Tanaya's back about coming in person class? Even though I think she'd like it. Yes, but you might have to bleach ends. Oh, yes, but you would have to dye the tips a plum red. The third eye class was scary and inspiring, if that makes sense. This is, oh, it was? This is different. You don't have to bleach your hair to light to get red. Couldn't believe what I saw experience. Don't be scared, Tanaya. This is a little different. This will be a lot lighter. It will just be lifting and journeying and going into that realm. Okay, now I'm getting hair tips real quick. Okay. So I don't have to bleach it red, or I'd have to do plum red. Yeah, not too much, but it would look amazing with red. I saw and felt energy in my body. Yes, that's just raising your vibration. I'm going to cleanse everyone off and lift them. Come on. Don't be afraid of it. Okay. Plum red, and you don't have to bleach hair too light to get red. Okay. Is there any stuff I could do? I don't want to do it myself. I suck at that. All right. I'm going to think about it. I think it would look cool. Just the tips. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. You know, Mama is a magnet for spirits, but I don't allow spirits, Tanaya. This is me. I'm a little stronger in that area. And I don't allow spirits to happen in that class. This is very different. This is a very like, just go home, see the master teachers, let yourself get cleansed and opened and cleaned and refreshed and recharged. That's what this is. This isn't go talking to spirits class. Just so you know. All right. And I don't allow it. All right, let's get to Angie. Poor Angie's been waiting. I'm just going off about hair and all kinds of damn shit. All that sounds wonderful. Yes, that's what it is. I've been explaining that over and over. I thought in my Instagrams and stuff. This is like a cleanse, lift, recharge. And what happened is I did a little class, and then the people were like, recently, very little, tiny one, and people were like, "Oh my God, I need this so much. I feel so good. I feel so refreshed. I feel like and you kind of feed off of it for like this energy for like a week or two. Some people a week, some people 2. It's like recharging. You will look good with red or purple on the tips." Yeah, I was thinking about that. I'm thinking about it. I'll listen to you when I see you in my class. All right. Poor Angie. Let's go to Angie's question. I just abandoned her. All right, we're going back to Angie's question. Here we go. Relationship. What are you really asking though, Angie? It seemed a little broad. What do you really what do you want to know? Like, do you want to know what he's feeling and thinking, or what are you really asking? Okay. Okay, that's what you're asking, what he's feeling, thinking. Okay, good to know. Okay, I see him. I'm remote viewing him. He's just like eating his food, living his life. Like he's kind of happy with the way things are. He's very comfortable, extremely comfortable. He's so comfortable that he's not really looking for anything to change. He's not really wanting anything to change. He likes the way things are. Like he's just in this nice little comfortable space. He doesn't seem like he wants to find a way to do anything differently. He's very, very comfortable with where he's at with you. I don't see that he's unhappy, and the problem is that he's also like not really making an effort. It doesn't feel very like romantic. Excuse me, I just got the hiccups. The romantic at this point. It feels much more like people who are really good friends, or really like almost familial, like you guys he's kind of gotten used to like this routine you guys are in, so he doesn't really put a lot of energy into this relationship anymore. So I think the problem is that it's just difficult. Yeah, we've been having clashing moments and I'm not sure how to be supportive. We were long-term friends, then got together. Oh, yeah. Now, see, there's nothing wrong with feeling like you're with your really good friend or being in a romantic relationship with a friend, but he hasn't really moved past that. He's kind of like still in friend mode, he isn't really moving past that into relationship mode with you. So I feel like when I see him, it's like bum ba dum bum bum ba dum. Yeah, this is good. We watch TV, we eat something. It's just the romance isn't there. That makes for sure. I'm sure I've backed off too. Yeah, I feel like um you liked my little everybody. I'm like animating it out. He's like, boom, boom. Like I had this vision of him getting a plate of food and eating it and going like, "Oh yeah, this is good." Hey, how are you doing? Like he's just not present to it in a romantic way. So I feel like it's like living with a really good friend who's your roommate, not really like a romantic partner. There definitely doesn't seem, and I don't think he thinks there's anything wrong with it. And that's kind of the problem. And the reason why you guys are clashing is because you're almost like trying to get some passion up in there, and he's just not catching on to that at all. Does that make sense? Like, I think you want something definitely different. What do you mean you think it's reversed? What do you mean you think it's reversed? You think you think that you're comfortable and you like it and he wants something more? Is that what you're saying? He tries, but I get shy. Oh, I see. Um, I think I don't, yeah, but I definitely laughing my ass off TMI for everyone. I know, but I definitely 100% feel like he's fine even if like he'll just live with it the way it is. So, yeah, right there with you, Angie, in the same boat. What? Let me explain something to both of you. It's not that you're shy, it's that if someone isn't coming onto you strong, right? Hold on. Phew. Allergies. If someone isn't coming onto you strong, then it just kind of feels like, thank you. I got you, Stephanie. If someone isn't coming onto you strong, then you guys kind of get into this weird, awkward thing. You know what I mean? You get into this weird, awkward thing where it's like you guys are, you've gone too long. It's gone too long this way. So now you're like too much in like friend zoned each other, and now it's awkward. So even if he's doing something, it's not like someone's like, come here, let's go. Like, if there's no emotional connection, then it can be hard to sexually connect. Um, that's true too, but I don't think that's their problem. You have an emotion. My read on it is that you have an emotional connection and you have a good friendship, but there isn't the attraction part isn't coming enough strong. So the more that you're around each other, the more awkward it feels. It just starts to feel like you're with like your sibling. So you either have to just break the ice and just go for it and just go, let's just go for it. Let's just dive in. The spark is missing. Um, oh God, I can see that. Yeah. So no, so just so everyone knows, I'm reading her. And it's not that the spark's missing. It's just that sometimes when you're in a relationship that's very friendly and has all those things, then it's just like it starts to get awkward because now you're like, I just can't see you in that light anymore. And that's what's happened with the two of you. So I guess in a sense, the spark's missing, um, but the problem is you really care for each other, you really like each other. So it's not like it'd be easier if you didn't. So I hope that helped. I feel like what can you do about it? Okay, well, what you can do about it, and I wrote you down, Stephanie. What you can do about it is you just dive in. Go rent a hotel room. This is probably too much for YouTube, but um, you know, go off campus. Angie. Like go off campus. Go somewhere away from home for the night and just stop the routine that you guys have been and do something complete tonight and do something completely different. And you just gotta dive in the pool. Just gotta dive in those pools. Dive in. Yeah, you got into a routine. You have to like shake it up and go like, okay, we're gonna go off campus like that. Okay, noted. Laugh. Taylor wants a skinny day. Jump in the deep end. These are great comments. These are the comments I've been waiting for. Yeah, exactly. Well, I was kind of, I mean, don't be, I'm not, interfering here, but this is what's missing. It's too much politeness. The politeness needs to go away. We need a little Bridgerton up in here. You're welcome. All right. Woo! Okay, Angie. Time to Angie, we've been friends since 2003 and married 2016. Oh, wow. It's so sweet. I love it. But we need to break this up and go off campus and you dive into pools, okay? This is going on too long. Come on, enough already. All right. So Angie, I'm changing my whole what I do. I'm gonna be doing a whole different type of readings. No, I'm just kidding. Um, okay, so are you ready to switch gears now, Angie, to a medium reading? So after Angie, just so everyone knows where we are, Michaela is going to be next. Okay. You're ready to switch to a medium reading. Okay. Who would you like me to connect you to, Angie? Mother-in-law. Ooh, MIL. Ooh. Did you see that new show called Stranded on Island with my mother-in-law? Everyone has to check it out and then tell me what you think. I was starting to watch it earlier and then I got distracted. No. Yes, Netflix. I think so. Yeah, tonight. Stranded on the island with my mother-in-law. Uh-huh. You know it's gonna be good. Oh, by the way, while I'm plugging shows, because obviously I work for the networks, apparently, but you guys should be sounds like a nightmare too. I mean, it depends. Clearly, they didn't pick people who got along with their mother-in-law, clearly. But you have to watch The Golden Bachelor. The Golden Bachelor, everyone, I'm not even a Bachelor fan. I don't watch The Bachelor. I watch all the other ones, all the other ones, Love is Blind, all the other ones, but I don't watch The Bachelor. But The Golden Bachelor is really good. If you want to kinda feel good, and it's so different, and I knew it was gonna be good. And do you know, by the way, that someone had the nerve to do a TikTok going, "Oh, The Golden Bachelor is great. I thought it was gonna be like 50-year-olds or 45-year-olds and not 72-year-olds." And I was like, what do you think the golden age is? Your golden age is your, your golden years are. Your golden years are in your 70s, not 50s, 40s. That's midlife. What the hell? I was like, excuse me? This like young person's like, oh, I thought the golden bachelor. Because someone else said that to me. Golden years, everyone, just so everyone knows, is 70s, 80s. Okay. Jeez. Rude much? All right. Let's go. I just went off. I went off. Dummies. We expected to. um, I just think this young person didn't know what golden years is. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. So let's go to Angie's mother-in-law. Now that I've given you guys some shows to watch, we can move on. Wait, we expect oh, I read that already. We expect to die young. Have I read for your mother-in-law before? Have I talked to her before so I can know if I should just leave her alone about confirmations? Did I read for her before? No, I don't think so. Okay, cool. All right, hold on. Let me get my place. I have like my place so I know who I'm reading next and all of that. Okay. Okay, so this is really funny, Angie, because she's like joining in our conversation. And she's like, I hope she would want to get stranded with me on an island. Anyway, she's talking about her passing and she's saying that it was expected, and at the same time, she thought she was awesome, right? Yeah. You don't have that problem. You wouldn't go on the show because you would be too boring. You guys would like each other too much. Nobody wants to watch that. Okay, so she's saying that she knew that this was coming. She has like a really bright, bubbly personality. She said she knew that this was coming. She was prepared for it. Um, she didn't expect it to be so quick. Everything kind of felt like it happened much faster than she was planning. She's saying that everything kind of like fast sped and, and she like it kind of got out of control, and she was in this place where she felt like, I want to say I got distracted because she kind of was putting a bunch of other thoughts in my head. I'm trying to see why she's showing this to me, but she's basically showing like, she didn't feel really sorry for herself because she felt like other people had it worse, people who live in other countries, people who don't have a lot. Like, she's very considerate. Like, she did know she was going to pass. She did no, she wasn't well, but she didn't feel sorry for herself. She was not a victim type. She was very much the type of person that like believed that everybody has problems, everybody has things going on. So I feel like she kind of suffered a little bit in silence. Not suffered, that's the wrong word. She just kind of didn't allow herself to get into a victim mode. And so she just kept whatever she was really going on to herself. She said things kind of took time. It did kind of drag out in a way. And then she's talking about a disease, her getting riddled with a disease in her body. Like, she's showing it to me like Pac-Man's, like eating away and kind of eating things away in her, and that her body just got riddled with this, and she felt almost like overwhelmed, I guess, physically. She's saying that she felt like you were her sunshine. She died of COVID. Oh, yeah. It's kind of interesting because but she had two kidney transplants. Okay. That's why she was so thankful for life. Because, and whole lot of other problems, yeah. That's why she's so thankful for life, because she'd been through so much, so she kinda had, like, appreciation for, like, I have problems, other people have problems, like, she had a big perspective of, like, I'm not the only one. She's saying that there was really nothing that could be done at that time. I asked her, she kept taking off her sleep apnea mask in the hospital. Her family in Peru had died worse. Okay. Okay. She kept taking off her sleep apnea in the hospital. Um, you mean her sleep apnea, or they had her on the breathing machine? Did they have her on the life support? Well, she couldn't take it off because if she's on life support, they put you under. Okay. She's just saying, no, yeah, okay, yeah, that makes more sense. She's saying that she just wanted to let you know that, she fought the good fight, and it just wasn't gonna, be this world wasn't gonna be for her anymore. She had sleep apnea. Okay. And she just kind of let go. She has been trying to kind of be in your life and let you know when she's there. She's very much really into signs. She likes to give birds, and she's showing me owls, butterflies, all the bird stuff. She says that it was a sweet relief to be let go of that body. She goes, we just don't realize how cumbersome and heavy and difficult a body is. We just get used to it. But she says now that she's free of all that illness and free of everything that happened to her, she feels um, so much better. It sounds really strange, but she says, I feel like I'm able to finally um, be free. Like, she just felt trapped in her body for so long. She goes, my body, I did the best I can. She's talking about November. She's showing me November, and she's saying November is my favorite time, and my favorite time. Oh my God, I have a ceramic owl outside my door. I always see hummingbirds in the yard. Yes, she was exhausted. Oh, awesome. Maybe she'll send you like a real owl too. She's saying that November is her favorite time. I don't know, it could be Thanksgiving, but she's saying that to remember her November, November. She says that you were her best friend. No, she liked November, she liked Thanksgiving. She's saying you were her best friend? Wow, you really hit the lottery on mother-in-laws, didn't you? Wow. You sound like you guys had this awesome connection. Why are you saying what? What does what mean? And then she's saying something about, were you her best friend? What does she mean? And then she's saying something about, she's saying like, she's singing a song and she likes to sing. I don't know. Were you close to her? Because she's saying like she felt like you were a best friend to her, a good, good friend, not just her daughter-in-law. And then she's singing songs and saying she tries to send you music. She tries to talk to you while you sleep. She's very active. And lastly, she's talking about the month of May. Yes, I always felt like she was the older version of me, sarcastic. Yeah, I do hear things in the house. And she says, May will be a magical time. Oh, by the way, lastly, before we end, she says that she's her young self again. She's really into her hair. Like even she's like into like her like does she have dark hair? Because she's talking about her hair. Oh, I better not be getting pregnant again. She didn't show me a little girl. Little girl. Why did I say little girl? Oh, oh yes, she had long dark hair. She's beautiful. She says, "Oh yeah, I'm beautiful again. Oh hell no, Taylor." Okay, well, I'm just saying that just came out. You have control over that. You just say no. And that's it. That's where we're gonna leave it at, Angie. She didn't show me a kid, but I did see a little girl. Michaela, you get ready to go next. I said one and done. Does anybody have any questions while Michaela is getting ready for her reading? I don't know. That came out though. I'm like, she didn't show me a little girl, but I do feel a little girl. You can always say no. She said, May's going to be a beautiful time. Ooh, we're going to get news from Angie. No, 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 no. You guys, listen, you have control over saying no, that you don't want to do this. You don't have to do what they want. Oh God, that's my husband's birthday month. Ooh. Well, it could just be her confirming careful skinny dipping. That's right. Maybe we shouldn't have pushed so much of her jumping in the pool. Wait, is that 9 months from now? Let's all count. October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. No, it's 7 months. You're good. You're good. It may not be that. I think that it just was if it was your husband, I had a preemie. Ooh. Okay. Well, we shall see. Maybe that maybe that off the campus visit skinny dipping uh-uh is gonna be something. Good luck. I know I'm not next, but my question is about pregnancy and it's funny that it came up. Ooh, okay, Stephanie. Laugh I was about to say that. It was someone else. Oh no. I know. I quite know who I'm talking to. Just saying. Just saying. All right, Michaela, who would you like to talk to? Anybody have any other comments for Angie before we go to Michaela? Michaela's doing a medium reading. Angie was getting readings about my grandpa, my mother's, on my dad's side. Okay. Okay. Hold on. I have to take care of this. All right, guys. Let's go. Grandpa on my dad's side. And Michaela, I know you came on my podcast, but we never talked to your grandpa on your dad's side before, right? Have we talked to him before? Okay, I'm just gonna dive in. You can tell me. Okay, so I'm gonna talk to your grandpa on your dad's side. I think we have in previous live. Okay, then I'm just gonna dive in. And then we're all gonna hear from Angie in about 9 months. Just maybe 7 months. Feed the birds, Mary Poppins. Oh, I kind of remember that. Feed the birds, Mary Poppins. Wait, was that come up in the reading? Is that what you're saying? It came up in the reading. Because he fed the birds. Okay, let's just talk. Okay. Okay, awesome. Okay, cool. Oh, I love that movie. Okay, let's see what Grandpa has to say. So he's very excited. He says, "Thank you so much for doing this and talking to him." He's saying that, for him, these are kind of like beautiful visits, and that he doesn't really get too many people who want to do something like this with him. So he appreciates it. Um, he's definitely been kind of creating a little bit of a whirlwind in your life. He says that I've been trying to kind of get her to realize there's things she needs to start changing direction. Been trying to get her attention. Something about creativity, doing art, doing what you really want to be doing, really giving into what you want to be doing. He's saying that for him, he's kind of been learning to relate to people here, connect to people here. It's been kind of a pleasure. He's definitely tried to let himself known in dreams. He's tried to let you know he's around in dreams. It's been a little bit difficult to get your attention, just a little bit challenging. That's how he's saying it. Oh, it's been a little bit challenging to get her attention. That's how he says it. She's had a lot going on. I believe it. Yeah. He says that I mostly just kind of wait, and sometimes I make a little noise in the house, but not too much. He's very funny. He's just very chill. Um, and he's talking. Are you with somebody? I can't remember. Are you? Is there a person in your life? That was him. Yeah. He goes, I make a little bit of noise, a little, almost like this kind of noise. Um, he says that he's also tried to ring the bell or ring some bells, like make sound. He says, I've just been playing around with that. Um, he's saying that I was by the bed, but it was on the side. I think there's someone in your bed on the left side. I think. Is this a man? Is there a man? Now we're getting way too involved in people's lives. These readings. But I just see somebody standing. He's standing on the left side. If I'm facing the bed, I have dogs. Okay. If I'm facing the bed, right? The bed's here and I'm standing in front of it. It's on this side, the left side. Okay, you have dogs. That's so funny. Okay. So it's on this side of the bed. He kind of tends to go in there. He keeps talking about this pond. He says, I like it when she hangs out or goes to the pond or goes to the water. He says, I just want you to calm your energy. He says, and he's telling me to calm my energy. He says, his advice to everybody is take time out. It's okay to not always have to be doing something productive or doing something, every bit of the way. I live near water. Okay. Okay. Yeah, he says, go by the water, go by the pond, go by the water and speak to him. He says, your energy quiet. Someone told me this earlier in another medium reading, and now I learned this from the spirit world, that why they're always telling me to tell people to go to water, or why I hear that realm a lot in showers or baths or even in the pool. They say it's because the frequency calms down in us, quiets down. The water creates like a calmer, quieter. We're not so like this, like, and they can kind of get us to hear them and feel them more. So he says, go by the water and talk to him. He's talking about you just packing up your car, your truck or something and hitting the road. He's saying things are about to change come February, that you're going to be able to finally get moving and getting on the road or doing something on the road. It keeps talking about like getting on the road, doing things on the road, getting out there. He says, thank you for all that you have done and all that you're doing for the family, for his family. Is your grandmother alive? Because he's talking about thank you for everything you've done for the family and helping take care of things. He knows it hasn't been easy. Um, anyways, does any of this make sense at all? Okay. Then he's talking about, I guess, other people. Yes, it does. Because he's saying you're taking care of the family. I just didn't know if that included her. He says she's taught him a thing or two. She's taught him how to adjust to where he's at. They make a very nice team. She was alive longer than he was. Um, yeah, she's taught him a thing or two. She's been much better at understanding that world, and even though he's been gone longer than her, it's like she had more of a spiritual belief or understanding. I don't know. She adapted a much quicker than him. He's saying she was just more willing to learn. She does her We're not having to only be with each other, but she helps him. Kind of needs it. Yeah, he says that he's the best thing he can let you know is that he helps guide and navigate your life. He doesn't tell you what to do. You do your own thing, you make your own decisions, but he suggests. And he says to remember him, to reach out and connect with him around hold on. He's talking about this month of October being significant, and then he's talking about the month of July, something about July. Yeah, he's just very chill and just wants you to know that you can navigate and work with him and he can help you at any time. So I hope that makes sense, Michaela. I just want TB to get ready because after TB is Stephanie, and then after Stephanie, I might be wrapping up. So I don't know if that makes sense. This is very exciting. Thank you. Oh, it is? Okay. Yeah. Do you know about the month of October, the month of July, by the way? And TB, Tanaya, who are you looking to talk to now? Doesn't want to come to my class, but she wants 100%. I knew he wanted to talk to you again. Aw, he wants to talk to you. Adela, did you get my last donation? Oh, Isabel, that's right. You're after Stephanie, Isabel, because Tanaya. Wait. Do I have the order wrong? Do you mind being the last one since you had the other two? I think I got it out of order. I have showcases this month, but I don't know what's in July. That's fine. Okay, appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. So and then after Isabel will be last one. Um, huh. We'll see what's happening in July. Something's coming up in July. Yeah, something's up. Something's up in July. So we'll see. Okay, Tanaya, who would you want to speak to? Thank you. Thank you so much, Michaela. So it will be Tanaya and then Stephanie and then Isabel. Hold on a second. I gotta take her something. Where did TB go? Where did Tanaya go? Did she leave? Okay, calling Tanaya once, calling Tanaya twice. Maybe she left and she'll come back. So I'll just move to Stephanie. Do you want to just say your question? Is this mic on? I'm here. Okay, Stephanie, your question's about pregnancy, right? Do you see pregnancy in my future, or is there a reason it hasn't happened yet? Okay. All right, hold on one second. Just managing things in the household at the same time. Okay, this is how I do pregnancy. I like to see if I'll look at you and I'll see if there's anything going on here. Remember, I'm not a doctor. I don't diagnose anything. You have to contact your doctor, work with medical physicians. I'm only going to see if there's anything blocking and send you to the doctor. And then I can look at the baby spirit and I can help connect. Okay. So let me see, Stephanie. Hold on. So when I look at you, everything looks like it's moving along. I don't see that there's anything, but I can see that do you sometimes um do you alternate? This is like we're getting really TMI, right? But do you ovulate like alternate on the side you're ovulating? Because that's the only thing I'm seeing. It almost looks like it's hot, like one side is it's like they ping pong, like one is one side, the other is the other side. It's just not consistently happening on one on it's a little hard for the eggs to drop. It almost looks like they get a little hard. TMI is the theme of the night. Yeah, TMI is the theme of the night. So everybody get used to it. We're all being respectful and lovely and having boundaries. I'm not sure what you mean. It's almost like what you sometimes you get a bunch on one side of eggs release and then nothing on the other side. Your ovulating pattern's a little bit difficult. Like you can't just go by the average ovulation. A lot of times women are always going on like what women's bodies are supposed to do, but I feel like your ovulation thing is a little bit tricky. But that is it as far as physical. So I don't know if you saw a specialist. When I look, let me know if you've gone to see a specialist and maybe you need to kind of help you understand your ovulation patterns, because I definitely feel like that would be hugely beneficial. Um, when I look and see, I do see a baby with little dark hair. I see a little girl. It's not the same little girl. Don't get it twisted. Cute little petite girl. She looks petite. And for some reason, I see her in this white little outfit with little roses on it. I do see a little girl. So when I see, oh, I feel like I'm just not careful. So I'm wondering why it hasn't happened yet, especially with the slip ups I have. Oh, um, yeah. No, you have to be purposeful. Girl, what? You can't go about it like oopsie daisy. No, no, no. I think that's the problem. You're not getting on a routine. That's my why I'm seeing, like, how come it feels like sometimes she's missing it. Laughing my ass off. Damn it. Yeah, this is definitely for her. You need to be purposeful. She's like, I'm trying, sort of. Why isn't anything happening? No, your body isn't as you're not as easy. Like, some women, you just sneeze at them and they get pregnant. You're not one of those women. So you got to kind of be purposeful. You got to get on a regular routine schedule program of things. You see what I mean? So yeah, I just think it needs to be more a purposeful. You need to be kind of approaching it more with like consciously trying to get this going. You know what I'm saying? So, I do see a little girl. I would talk to the little girl. I do believe in talking to the baby spirits and getting a connection with them. But yeah, your body, because you don't just and I would kind of, and I'm sure they have apps and all kinds of things now, but I would learn your ovulation schedule because it's not, you don't ovulate every month. That's what I'm feeling like. Is your period kind of weird? Like, do you get like weird cycles? Like light one day, heavy one day, one time, and then one day, but are you like on time, being bang? That doesn't, I'm no specialist, so I'm feel like I'm going outside my bounds. Um, my friend used those apps track when to ovulate to know when to try. Yeah, I feel like you need to also be examined or you need to use those temperatures. My period is pretty regular, very regular actually. Okay. Then that's what I'm saying. It may not, either I'm picking up on that you're just not trying regularly, or maybe your egg isn't dropping. Just because you get a period doesn't mean your egg is always dropping. You can get a period and have really no eggs going. Trust me, ladies. That's um like it could still be wacky. It's complicated with women. So that's why I wouldn't totally go on what I'm saying. I would just get it checked out and go like, what's my ovulation schedule? I think that's more what I'm seeing. Like you're not tuning into when you ovulate. So I just think getting on the reg, doing something more purposeful will help. But I would go check it all out with a doctor and say that you're trying and you just kind of want to know these things and all that. And just, double check with that because, I feel like I lean more towards maybe I was just seeing she's just kind of not really trying at the right times or something. Um, I do see a little girl. I would talk to the little girl. I would connect with the little girl's spirit. Always connect to the spirit of the baby and kind of try to make a real connection to the baby so that you feel like you are speaking to her. She's just kind of like waiting for you to. I feel like this is what I'm going to say. If you are serious and you go, okay, we're doing this thing, bada bing, bada boom, let's get on a regular scheduled program. She's looks like she's ready to go. I see her kind of what I call up in the balcony, like she's a little bit further away, but she's not totally further away. So I don't see it taking very long if you do it on a regular schedule. Okay. Does that help? Okay. Did Tanaya come back? Because if not, then I'm going to go to Isabel. I feel like you're right about me not being purposeful. Hey, you definitely are not being purposeful. Okay, girl, you're like, well, I don't know. I mean, I make some slip ups and nothing's happened. No, you have to be a little more. not all women that happens that way for them. Some women, it takes a little more, gas. Trying to keep it PG here, And some women, just you look at them and they're like, "Ding," pregnant. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm getting up in age, so I'm like, whatever happens, happens. I'm not using protection, I guess. I think you need to be, yeah, what's getting up in age? What's getting up in age? Because getting up in age is relative to where you live. This is what I've learned. In LA, getting up in age for pregnancy is 40. 33 is not getting up in age. Girl, please. See, I knew it. See, like in LA, getting up in age is like 38, 39. Some places getting up in age in smaller towns is 25. 33, you're fine. But you need to still get on a regular schedule. Okay? All right. Let's go with Isabel. Isabel, what's your question? What's your question, Isabel? You wanted to get another one, last one. I wanted to look into my current relationship and that if I should let it go or is there something there I'm missing, not seeing clearly. Okay. Okay. Well, the first thing I feel, Isabel, is like your current relationship just feels really nice. Everything feels very lovely, feels good. I had my baby at 36. Yeah, 40. So, um, everything feels really good and everything feels nice. It kind of feels like too nice, you know what I mean? I think the only thing I feel like is missing is like I feel like he loves you, you love him. There's a lot of love between the two of you. It's a very pleasurable, polite, lovely relationship. But I feel like you guys aren't really, really having the passion. And that might be why you're thinking of that other person. You remote viewed and read my boyfriend before, so you can imagine my hesitation. Oh, I don't remember, but okay. I see, Stephanie. I see you. But do you see what I'm saying, Isabel? I feel like what's happening is I feel like there's just this passion's missing, and that might totally explain why you're thinking of the you were kind of like asking about somebody else. I feel like your relationship now is very lovely, very nice, has all the things that you might need, but there is a lack of fire there. um, I do feel like if you guys talked about things and you connected and you told each other what you're really missing and what you really need, it could change. You there? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it can be at times. There's a lot of disagreements, and there are things he does or says that is very hurtful and immature. But yes, definitely lack of passion. Yeah, I feel like what he does is he tries to purposely hurt you, to kind of like that's his way of getting passion, that's his way of getting spark. um so I feel like it's very hard for us to see eye to eye. It's almost like he's trying, how some people kind of create a negative environment trying to create that passion, but it's not passion, it's not a positive passion, it's more negative, it's not positive. So I definitely feel like he's coming from that place. You know what I mean? Just creating things to be in a more um, negative space. So, my feeling is that if you start to wake up to the idea that there's really nothing you can do to change him and he can't change you, like there's nothing to change, there's nothing the two of you can change. He's also not very physical affection and only when he wants to be, which doesn't make me feel good. Yeah, there's just not a connection. The connection just isn't there. And I think it's going to take time for you guys to kind of come to terms with that and realize like you just don't have a connection. Like there's something that brought you two together. I feel like there was common ground that brought you two together. It's more intellectual almost than it is emotional. Do you see what I mean? So I feel like if you start looking at that and you start, again, everyone needs to understand when it comes to relationships, you got to like wake up, realize things before you can do stuff. Nobody just goes, oh, I get what I need to do, I'm ready to do it, it's fine, I'm over it, I can just leave this relationship. It doesn't really work that way. So I think you just have to accept the fact and start looking into the fact that maybe you guys just don't have a connection. Does that help, Isabel? I hope that helped. I do have to go now, and I am and if Tanaya left and came back, I'll have to do you first thing again, Tanaya, if you're still here, because I do have to go. Um, this was my timeline, but I'm going to be back again next Tuesday. I can see that we're two very different people. I think I love the idea of what we can create, but I don't know if we can get there right. And that's why it's gonna oh, where were you? You left. I have to go now, Tanaya. So I'll have to put you on the list first thing next time. I dozed off. Okay. Thanks, Adele. I really appreciate it. Okay, I'll put you on the list for first thing next time, Tanaya. But I have to go. Um, I gotta put my little one. Gotta go we're the same age, and I'm sitting right here. Don't even try it. I have to go put my little one. Um, and he's not so little, but I still like to say goodnight to him. Yeah, this is what I'm feeling. Isabel. So just, take your time with it. You're at the beginning stages of realizing things and coming to grips. Thank you. Thank you. I'll update you guys next time. Yes, we want updates. Remember to send in your stories to the house medium at Gmail. And also check out my classes and all the other things in my Patreons. And I love the commentary. This was awesome vibe, everyone. And I'll see you next Tuesday. All right. Maybe, if you're here and if you're not falling asleep, Tanaya. No, I knew it. I totally knew it. I was like, she must have got tired. I get it. She works hard. Thank you guys so much. Have a good night. Good night.